The following broadcast is intended for mature audiences. These are real people sharing very real, deeply personal experiences. This content may be considered triggering for others and for those who are sharing. The chat room is a privilege intended for discussions and sharing. You are not being asked to agree, but you are being asked to stay civil and refrain from personal attacks. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome back to Am I Mental, a weekly live podcast where real people share their stories about living life with mental health issues and things that impact their mental health. I'm your host, E, and with us as always is the co-host, Bexy.
Hello.
Co-host C is not here today. She is taking a mental health day today. Totally understandable. It happens. Life could be rough, and I mean, it's kind of the focus of what we do here, so.
Right. We fully support her having a mental health day and taking some time for herself.
Now, the reason that this episode is called This Season is Cursed is that we literally fixed everything to get our guest on with like 2 minutes to spare before we went live. And we started a half hour before we started going live. Like, I was playing the intro music going, or that instrumental going, what in the hell are we going to do? So
Yes, but luckily, at the last minute, everything came together. And so tonight we have Nightmare on the show.
Right on. Right on.
It's good to have you on the show.
Well,
Man.
Thank you guys for having me here.
This is the first absolute 100% by the seat of our pants episode. We usually have a pre-show, even if it's like a half hour before we get together and start talking, so that way we have some idea of what the guest is going to be talking about. We have no idea. This is just going to be, when it's live, man, sometimes it's live, so.
Oh, man, if this was...
Hey, what up to whoever said, hey, what up?
I had some major anxiety going on for a moment. It's a relief that it finally all worked out. And yeah, we have
what you need.
We have Kat in the chat right now, just saying, "Wow, what happened tonight?"
Yeah, I didn't have enough time to put out the normal blast to everybody because I was busy trying to get this working.
Yeah, and I'm trying to share right now on different social media sites and everything. So, why don't you go ahead and start, Nightmare, and tell us a little bit about what you want to talk about.
This is just by the seat here, because I woke up at 4:45 today. I've been working ever since fucking then. So we're going on about 5 hours of sleep and a lot of work. So basically, what I'm here to talk about is how a life can be fueled by hate and fucked up by hate as well at the same time. And we might as well start off with how it's totally fucked my life over. Relationships with most anyone in my life has been hard because of it. I am super hella hard on everyone I know. You can just ask Bex that. I'm kind of hard on her sometimes. I don't know.
I love you anyway.
Not as hard as what I am with some other people. I know she's a soft heart, so you gotta kind of take it easy with her. But with my kids, and not that I push hate onto my kids, but I try to get them fired up, wound up.
I don't have love.
Live.
I only have hate, and I hate my kids least of all.
He hates me less than most, so
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, it's just different levels of hate, and my hate for my kids is pretty low.
Right. Well, I don't hate my kids, but even they're fueled by it because they've seen me, their whole life. And a good thing about it is it's fueled my life in ways you couldn't even fucking imagine. So it's brought me success, but it's also fucked me over at the same time. Who doesn't want to fucking find a good woman to settle down with and all that, but You know, they're so fucking scared of a guy like me that they just don't get it. They don't understand. They don't understand where I come from with everything that has to do with me, you know. So it does kind of fuck a lot of shit up there.
You know, I know that, you know, for as long as I've known you, you know, you've always had that attitude that, you know, don't tell me I can't. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do my own thing. And you know, it has fueled a lot of success in your life. I know that.
Right. You tell me I can't do it, you're gonna fucking piss me off, and I'm gonna end up doing it. Also, that's been a bad thing too.
Really? Well, you can't stop being angry.
I have been able to block out which direction to go, though. Sometimes people just try to piss you off, and send you in a funky direction. But most times I can spot that bullshit, and I don't even listen to it. It's not worth it. You know, and then you know, you can fuel yourself by the hate you form for other people you just don't like. As oddly as that sounds, you can do that because you can strive to be better than them. You can strive to push harder than they've ever fucking pushed in their entire life. That's why they don't have nothing. Not that having something has a lot to do in life, but if you're goal driven, I'm telling you, it's worked out for me anyhow. You know, to be able to put that hate for people who've pissed me off and fucked me over, and know that I'm going to excel a lot fucking farther in life than they ever fucking would dream of.
And you know, that's
just because I know they pissed me off. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do everything better than they do. Bottom line.
You know, that's really, I can honestly say that I've, you know, for as long as I've known you, I've seen how, you know, how driven you are. And I mean, you're one of the only people I know right now. You work 2 freaking jobs and you're up at the butt crack of dawn, and, you know, you go until it's dark because you want to be successful. You know, you want that.
I wanted to be here. I told you guys I'd fucking be here, so I'm here.
I know. You're also dependable.
Just got done eating as we did that Facebook deal.
Yeah, and I stuffed my face just before I came. In fact, I had to work till 5, and then we were going to do the pre-show at 5:30, so it's like, okay, run in the house, go to the bathroom, stuff my face, come running back out to the office.
Right.
I was a little more prepared today, and I actually ate at like 5:30 my time because, you know, this goes on at, you know, at 8 for me and Nightmare.
Yeah, it's you know, we don't even have to talk about hate the whole time either, but yeah, it's definitely helped and fucked me over at the same time. Again,
so, why don't you give us some examples of that?
Well, with the relationship, I'm pretty outspoken. I'm pretty aggressive. Not like physically aggressive, but, you know, kind of I talk the way I talk, and, you know, that gets fucked up in a lot of ways, you know, especially through messages, especially. Holy fuck, you wouldn't believe how many fights and arguments have been started because they can't hear how the fuck I'm talking. You know, and then sometimes when they do talk to me in person, or, you know, they kind of get a little, I've heard that I'm intimidating.
Well, you're intense.
He is intense.
I think that's a much better way to put it. I'm intense as hell.
You're intense, and a lot of people are intimidated by intensity. I spent a lot of my life around intense people. It's just, it is what it is.
You know,
Go ahead, Bex.
Oh, I was going to say, it's one of those things for me. It's like intense people usually freak me out. Nightmare doesn't, you know, but that's just because I know. We've been talking forever now. He doesn't freak me out or, you know, anything like that. it's just one of those things where I know I video chat with him. I've seen the expressions on his face, and when he's talking about things and it seems like he's loud and he could be getting angry, he's passionate and he's intense. And I get that.
That's another thing about that is time. They don't get enough time with me to understand where the fuck I'm coming from. See, my life hangs on a rope every fucking day. Almost every fucking day I climb trees for a living and I cut them down, I trim them. I'm up there 70, 80 foot cutting. So, that they just don't understand that I'm a badass motherfucker. And I hate to say it like that because who the fuck calls himself that? But
Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction.
I truly am. Fuck, I've sent Bex pictures of me climbing and shit, and she's like, holy fuck, you're way up there.
Yeah, I'm like, no. My little...
I'm on a thread every fucking day.
My little short, chunky butt is afraid of heights, and seeing him up in those, I'm like, oh, shit, I could never do that. Even if I was smaller, I could not do that.
It's definitely something that grows on you and becomes a part of your blood because you're basically half monkey at that point.
At the same time, though, I mean, you do try to, instill really good things in your kids and stuff like that. I have seen his daughter is freaking adorable, and she is super, super smart. But he's had to tell her teachers, don't tell her she's the smartest kid in the class. It goes to her head, and then she starts, getting all egotistical and shit.
As she's only 7, she's a badass little girl, and she gets in trouble too, just like anyone who's like that. So, and she feeds on it probably more than my sons do. So I'll definitely have to watch that with her. That's kind of one of the downfalls of this is, she sees the way I act and how I am and how I am with other people. And I mean, so that's one of the downfalls. I really got to, and in the past 7 years since she's been born, I've really had to watch who I am a lot more. And
I mean, she's the reason you quit drinking, isn't she?
Right. Oh, yeah. She'll never see that. Never.
That's awesome.
I haven't had a fucking drinking ever since. Well, it's 3 months after she was born. It's been. So it's been over 7 years now.
Oh, Kat says Daddy's girl, definitely. Yeah, she really is, Kat.
Oh, yeah. I assume out of all my kids, she'll be the one to take over doing trade work. She'll be the one who wants to do it, which I'm fine with. She's even asked me, Dad, can you teach me how to climb? Not yet, girl. As I want to. They don't sell the gear small enough for her. They sell harnesses and rope, but they don't sell the spikes. So I can't make them small enough for her little legs right now. But otherwise, I would for sure. But
so that's the thing. You teach her how to do all kinds of stuff, but you also teach her how to do it safely.
Well, I'd rather teach her how to manage people more than actually cutting. That's hard on the body. I don't want her.
Yeah.
I don't want her. I don't know. It's hard on the body. It's hard on your mind. It's stressful as fuck.
Yeah, no, I grew up in a logging community. So you're talking about going around and climbing around in trees and all that. I'm like, man, I know a lot about that. A lot of my family worked in the Forest Service or worked, dropping trees for different lumber companies. Dangerous damn job.
They're motherfuckers, man. They're ornery.
Yeah. And
you're ornery as hell.
And the
bad as hell.
And the worst truck drivers on the planet are the ones hauling logs. And it's not because they're bad people. It's because it's so hard for them to get momentum with all that weight that they are not going to slow down for shit.
Yeah, it's stressful. It is the whole industry is a stressful industry. Whether you're like commercially doing it for a big logging company, or if you're climbing trees for your residential person. I mean, it's all fucking stressful, every bit of it. So, you know, it's something else. I love it, though. I'll never get rid of it. If anything, I have plans to fucking die doing it. That's it. So.
This sounds like our co-host that we used to have, KZ, who might come back someday. I don't know. He climbs radio antennas.
I think I've heard that name before, mentioned on the show.
Yeah, you probably have.
Yeah, he was the original co-host. Season 1, he was really quiet. Season 2, he started taking over on the chat. And then he bounced because he had to move. And his life's been kind of upside down, twisty-turvy, you know, topsy-turvy and all that good stuff, that he hasn't had a chance to really come back other than an episode here, an episode there. He wants to come back. He really liked doing this.
About that, sometimes you just got to take your life one day at a fucking time, literally.
Yeah.
Because, sometimes you don't even have a choice. You can't think about tomorrow yet, Even though you want to, you can't think about tomorrow. And as far, I haven't been on lately because it's been work, but, when I was on, and listening to the people who are talking, I think sometimes people forget it's one day at a time. It's like a fucking drug addict. You got to do it one day at a time. When you first start, you can't plan a day in ahead. So,
right. I mean, even
problems. He's got to take it one day at a time. He can't be pre-planning for shows and shit like that, which I get. I understand that.
Yeah.
That's why you kind of swung in and you found someone else to like Bex to kind of help you and co-host. That's your job too. Well, maybe not a job, but it's definitely a hobby I think you enjoy. I think you enjoy talking to these good folks out there. And
oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
I enjoy talking to these people. I enjoy letting them have a voice, giving them a platform where they could share what their life stories are, and getting people to realize they're not alone and to help.
Right. I fucking love that about y'all.
And my wife, it's been such a nightmare the last couple of this whole season so far, except for like maybe 1 or 2 episodes, that she keeps going, so is it still worth it? I'm like, yes. We're just not going to be booking things out half a year in advance anymore because that didn't work. We learned.
Right.
Well, like I said, it might have got a little late and I was running late here, but, I made it because I did make that commitment. I stand by my fucking commitments that I made. So I'm glad we got that figured out. That's fucking awesome.
Oh, me too, because like I said, I was having some anxiety about it, and I'm like, well, if nothing else, I can ramble about myself.
And of course,
right.
You notice with me, I didn't even get frazzled at all. I'm like, yeah, well, we'll just do it. We'll wing it if we have to.
Yeah, I know. It was one of those things where it's like, holy crap. I hope that this doesn't happen a lot in the future.
I did want to share something really fast, if you don't mind me stepping in here, Nightmare.
Go ahead.
I actually got a message from the person that we were planning on having last week.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can find it here. Oh, that's right. They emailed me to my podcast email. So they said, "Hi, E. I'd like to apologize for canceling at the last minute. When I realized that we wouldn't be starting until 2 a.m. my time, it freaked me out as I wanted to offer my time for as long as possible and not for an hour or less. I listened to some of the podcasts the next day and I appreciate your frustration, and I also appreciate that you didn't throw me under the bus. I would love to appear on your podcast, but it's not feasible until the time difference is more manageable. Best wishes." Seriously, again, it's hard to, it's like when you live in the U.S., you're familiar with the 4 time zones here in the U.S. Super easy to deal with. So it's like, okay, I can do the math really fast, and I know what time it is on the East Coast while I'm here on the West Coast. But to go over to, like, the UK, I don't know that time off the top of my head. So when we figured out that, oh, God, we were an hour off, I mean, 1 a.m. and 2 a.m., man, those are totally different beasts. So
They really are.
I do not blame him.
Too crazy about it because that's staying up real late for them.
Although I'm still trying to get the listeners in Auckland, New Zealand to jump in because we know it's just the afternoon for you guys.
Right.
Wow, chat is hopping tonight. We got CJ, who we haven't seen in a long time. Welcome. We got Brandy. We got, of course, Kat. And, of course, Deverne.
Oh, yep. Deverne, huh?
Yep.
And I haven't seen them guys for a while now.
Yeah. And so I know who Floating Duck is now, but I'm not going to say it on the show. Let's see if anybody else can figure it out.
Yeah, I know who Floating Duck is now too.
Yeah, it's one of those I should have known. Okay, Deverne, that whispering sound that you keep hearing, that would be Bexy vaping.
Yep.
Oh, all that robot dick deal, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's my God. I heard it off them. I have to call it that now.
Yep.
Yeah, I told my son that the reason that he got a girl pregnant is because he vaped. Because he said he was never going to have a kid, and he got with someone that was medically sterile, and they wound up having a kid.
Cute little baby, too.
How does that happen?
Yeah, he always thought that he was amazing. He just didn't know how. His amazing power, he can make sterile women pregnant. I mean, if you think about it, that's like the manliest of manly things right there.
Boy got them super sperms, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys are with your kids, but shit, mine are all pretty decent. I got an older one, he's 14. I got another one, he just turned 13, so that's a hell of a group age for them two boys to be in. It's something else.
Yeah, so if they decide that they're going to like take each other out, get them boxing gloves, get them the headgear, get them mouth guards, and let them go wail on each other.
Oh, shit. I don't even have time to do that. They just start swinging, and before you know it, I got to attack them up to the ground and clock their fucking heads together, tell them to knock their shit off.
Now, I remember when my boy was 16. I remember my boy was 16. He tried wrestling with me, and I just took him to the ground. I'm like, dude, this is sad. I've been working at a desk job for as long as I've known you, which you were 13 months old at the time. Well, he was about 2 when I got the desk job. And I'm still whooping your ass and putting you on the ground. And he's like, oh, yeah, you're picking on the hippie. I'm like, yeah, the hippie who's also a football player, who also runs cross country, who's setting some school records in leg presses and bench press, and I'm still whooping your ass.
Right. Yeah, my boy, he's bigger than I am. He's almost 6 foot tall. I'm 5'7", so
it's all about leverage.
Still scared shitless of me.
He knows
about my boys when I mean business.
That's actually about the same height difference between me and my dad. Me being, I'm 6'1" now, but when I graduated high school, I was 6 feet. He's like 5'7", 5'6", but man, he is a terrifying dude. He is super chill now, and he just doesn't have any fucks to give because he's retired. But man, I tell you what, you could see it in him. He has got this pit bull violent streak in him, and I'm not trying to put pit bulls down. It's just, when a pit bull does what it was bred to do, it's a scary thing to see.
Right, exactly.
As much as sissies pit bulls really are, you train one, they're terrifying.
Right. I've had I can't even have dogs. They're all so goddamn crazy.
As I have my beagle and my lab laying down next to me.
Nightmare's dogs get
I've
super,
had to-
super loyal to him
Oh.
to the point where nobody can come around him
Yeah,
if the
they
dogs
get
don't like him.
nasty people. Nasty. Fuck, a lady tried handing me my bag at McDonald's once. My dog about fucking ripped her fucking hand off. I couldn't even hand food to the fucking window. He wasn't putting up with it.
Damn.
And it's, you know, and I have,
They're so loyal to me that I just can't have them. They're dangerous. They're a fucking. I mean, I just can't do it anymore. I can't have dogs anymore. Their loyalty to me is just too intense that I just can't have them. Unfortunately, I like dogs. I wished I could have some, but they all have fucking just been nightmares.
And there's where your namesake comes from.
They feed off my attitude. They feed off everything I feel. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're
It's just-
intense, the dogs are always going to be on high alert.
Right. That's exactly true. That's exactly true. You know, and that's one of the downfalls of being so aggressive and hateful and having that in your fucking heart. And so that, yeah, it's really kind of a bummer.
What put that there?
What put that there? Well, you know, people have always stabbed me in the back just because I'm hard to get along with. So they feel like if they just piss me off or go off and do something stupid, you know, it's easier to end it like that. Well, maybe for them that's easy, but it's never been easy for me to let go of it. Again, then I utilize it. I utilize that so I can be better than them. At least at the end of the day, I know that my success has been driven by what they've given me. And at the end of the day, I've been highly successful at having much more success than them. It's honest truth. So, you know, again, you know, it comes down to dating, women cheating and all that shit because they just don't fucking get it. They don't give me the time of day to fucking understand it. So, you know, you put that in a bag and you fucking pull one piece out, you look at it, bam. That's today's fucking hatred that's going to fuel me to the end of the day, the end of the fucking night. I'm going to make it. There's going to be lots of money made. Damn. Bills paid. Shit.
oh wow. We have a question from M who says, does it get lonely?
It does not. No, I do have people I can talk to on a daily basis. I do have people in my life that love me a fucking lot because they have given me the time of day for a lot of fucking years, and they understand and they know where I'm coming from. So absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know, maybe relationship-wise, yeah, that, you know, who the fuck doesn't want a woman at the end of the day to cuddle up with and bang one out with? But you know what?
A straight woman.
I'm 36 years old. I've got 3 kids. I've had a ton of girlfriends. Like, it's not even like that anymore. So I'd rather just have a motherfucking woman that understands me and can just sit there and fucking and give me a good conversation at the end of the night. So I'm happy with waiting until that fucking good girl comes along. So yeah, it does get lonely, but then again, it doesn't, because I do have people in my life that do truly care. So,
And I just have to say,
not really.
Happy Earth Day. We have a guy here who makes a living killing trees.
Exactly.
Not all of them. I do a lot of trims, and usually I try to convince people to do a trim before a removal, because, you know, along with having trees in my blood, I also don't like fucking having to take them down either. So,
I get that 100%. I mean,
9 times out of 10, I always push for a trim. So,
well, yeah, and a lot of times that's just all that the tree needs, and the tree will actually be healthier for it.
exactly.
You should see my citron tree. Holy shit! If we don't trim it, barely makes any fruit. It has navel oranges grafted to it, so it's more oranges than it is citrons anymore. But if we don't trim it, we get no fruit. Like, we actually had a year with no fruit. We go back there, we trim it, and the thing gets so much fruit, the branches are drooping down to the ground.
You know, a lot of people don't understand that about fruit trees. You gotta trim them up. You gotta keep them nice. Otherwise, they don't produce.
Yeah, there's an optimal size.
Exactly.
That's what you see if you ever see orchards.
But it won't do anything. Well, fuck, look at it. It's overgrown, you goddamn idiot. Let me get in there, trim it. You're going to have some fucking shit growing next season.
Yeah, it's
That's
because
why you
it's
don't
putting...
see overgrown trees in orchards and things like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's because the tree's putting all of its energy into sustaining itself. It doesn't have the energy left to have fruit.
I'm like a tree. I got strong roots. I got strong values. But in a good windstorm, the top of me can fucking snap the fuck off. And I got to fix myself. So, yeah.
I've been compared to a tree.
You don't want to go nowhere, though.
A willow.
I still think my favorite comparison is when E called me a willow, because I will bend in the storm, but I won't break.
Yeah, you are a fucking badass motherfucker with a heart of gold. I'll tell you that.
She is. She really is.
Oh, fucking love you for that, Bexy. Jesus Christ. I don't know.
You know I love you too.
One of a kind. That's for damn sure.
We probably have one of the oddest starts to a friendship, because the way that I met him was he actually sent me a message about one of my weight loss posts on Twitter, and he was like, I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I just want to say, damn, that's impressive. And I just started talking to this random person, and now we're to the point where we talk every day.
Every fucking day. Well, it's been a little pitchy-patchy here right now. We're seasoning it. On a usual fucking month, we're talking every fucking day.
Right.
That's awesome. Yeah, Bexy and I also, we'll have our patches where we don't talk super often, but we usually talk like daily.
Oh yeah, daily. Right. It's if nothing else, it's a text message or
like a hey, are you okay?
Right. Or you know, we'll get into a meme war sometimes, but that's
Yeah, those are fun.
Back being lonely. Fuck nah, I always got Bex.
Yeah, and you got me 30 days in Facebook jail, asshole. I mean, I posted it, so I had to take the blame.
That was my fault for sending it to you, but I freaking knew you'd love it.
Yeah, this last time, they still haven't told me why I'm in jail. They won't answer me, so yay.
Yeah, I did share the episode to the...
my shit right. Some Karen got pissed off at me and went off the deep end. And I definitely had to watch my shit after that.
I think Bexy just got caught up in the chat a little bit there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Why? I can't see the chat.
No. Javern just said it's hard. It would be hard not to talk to the Bex once you know the Bex.
Yep. And also said the way this guy talks, he is interesting. He's spitting out quotes. This man is the quote master. And I was like, yeah, he's brown collar. The collar gets too dirty to keep it blue. Oh!
What the hell were we talking about the other day?
Your daughter is evil. She's all, my daughter keeps calling me Karen.
Well, you gotta stop freaking out.
All right, so the consensus is out there, the male version of a Karen, and if you look it up, like on a Google image search, it's Ken.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I thought it was Kyle.
Well, you see, Kyle was a little bit different, but he wasn't like the I must speak to your manager. But you look at Ken, like look up Ken. Oh my God.
After this is done.
Oh, wow.
What were we talking about the other day, Bex, about depression, Oh,
yeah.
Sometimes I get depressed, but I don't get depressed as a lot of others do. So my understanding of that is very minimum. Usually I don't know what to say to these folks that come at me with, some of their inside, heart pieces there that are supposed to be heartfelt. And I'm not too fucking understanding of that. I try to be, but I usually come out sounding like an asshole. So what were we talking? I can't remember the exact, that was last week? I can't remember exactly what we talked about, but you did mention that it wouldn't be too bad of a thing to discuss for tonight.
Oh, yeah, I was just saying that, you knowing that depression isn't something that you deal with, like you don't have like clinical depression. You have occasional moments of depression.
Right.
So you're not really sure how to deal with somebody when, you're talking to them and they may mention something like that and you're just kind of like, okay, I got to go by.
Right. And I don't even like being like that, but I just don't know how to deal with it like that either. Cause I don't come from I grew up privileged as a motherfucker with great parents that fucking definitely had my back my whole life. So, some people just never had that. And I don't guess I'm not desensitized to having, that emotional conversation with them about it, but I just don't know what to say. What the fuck do you tell someone that's like that? I mean, what can you tell someone that would make any difference, especially if you don't hardly know them? Like when me and you have had talks, Bex, I know what to say because I know you really well. So
right.
I know what you can listen to. I know what kind of advice you can obtain that's not going to make me out to be an ass. You know what I mean?
Right. And I mean, you also, through our talks, that it's something that I know you heard me and you took to heart, because we'll be talking about anything on any subject and you can get intense and, really, really caught up in what you're saying. And then all of a sudden you'll realize, you'll be like, oh my God, I don't mean that toward you. And I'm like, I know.
Right. There's hardly any direction toward it. It's just my intensity level is so fucking high. Some people just think I'm meaning to talk like talking about them, which I'm not.
No. Most of the time, you're speaking in generalities about things.
So it's like the royal you, not the you in particular.
Exactly. And I get that. But I get what he's saying when he's saying, in text messages, it doesn't come across that way because it's so hard to convey tone.
Right. Again, that's one of the downfalls to being who I am is through messages. It really fucks shit up. So they take it the wrong way.
Inappropriate joke question. If someone is giving you a bunch of text messages and won't leave you alone, is that textual harassment?
God! Now I want to use that. Stop textual harassing me.
I'm gonna call the fucking cops.
Okay, Ken.
You better knock your shit off, or I'm gonna call the cops.
Stop it, Kyle. Stop it.
Oh my God. Well.
Well, I just had a call come in. I had to decline it. I missed out on about 5 seconds of shit there. Sorry.
We were just making fun of South Park. Well, we were actually just more like a tribute to South Park because, damn, South Park's funny. Well, Kyle's mom's a big fat bitch. She's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world.
She's a stupid bitch. If there ever was a bitch, she's a bitch to all the boys and girls.
Well, it's been years since I've had a good sit down and watch South Park.
Yeah. That is one of the best musicals ever. And yes, it is a musical. They do so many songs in that movie.
I was told today that I don't know how to relax. I don't know how to sit down and relax. you know, and it's been on my motherfucking mind this whole time, but I think that woman was right. I don't know how to relax.
Yeah.
Maybe someday I should just sit down and watch some South Park and just try to maintain myself here. I just feel I don't know how to relax. It's hard for me to relax.
I was like, I know you though. You're a King of the Hill guy.
Which
is awesome show in its own right.
Right. Shit, I even like All in the Family. Fuck, I'm old school. I'm 36, but I like that old school shit.
Yeah, right now we're doing the trial period for Paramount Plus. I have gone back to Beavis and Butthead heaven.
Oh,
shit.
Come to Butthead.
Come to Butthead.
You two quit fucking open the garage.
Oh my gosh, Deverne said, just feed the texter parents to the texter in their chili. That is one of the greatest episodes of South Park ever.
That was the Tenemans.
Yes.
And what happens, last line in that whole episode is, we shall never piss off Cartman ever again. And what do they do for the rest of the whole series? They keep pissing him off. It's like they forget he will fucking get your parents killed and make them chili and feed it to you. That is like the most evil thing ever. God dang it, Bobby. That boy ain't right. Of course, I like the principal from Beavis and Butthead more. You bastards! I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, that's who they actually. I mean, isn't that where they actually got like the basis of Hank from?
I think so.
Because Beavis and Butthead was before King of the Hill.
Right, I think that it was a cross of the parents of that one kid that wore the winger shirt that they always made fun of.
Right.
And the neighbor. I think that the neighbor and the principal. Because the neighbor looked a hell of a lot like Hank Hill.
Yes, he did.
All right.
Oh. My favorite
They're always
Cartman
whacking
moment.
in my tool shed.
Yes. I remember that episode.
My favorite insult actually comes from Beavis and Butthead, where they're watching a video, and they were at and somebody was like, what band is this? What is this? And Butthead's like, it's the seminiferous tubuloidal buttnoids, and I still like to call people that.
Yeah, buttsnoids. The seminiferous tubuloidal buttsnoids. Yes, that one's great. Although I think also Beavis and Butthead gave me the greatest quote for being frustrated ever. Like everything you do just doesn't pan out. I feel like a three-legged cat trying to bury turds on a frozen pond. That was when they kept stealing all of his golf balls.
In King of the Hill. Hank is the biggest conservative you'll ever fucking meet in your entire life.
Even more so than the guy that you can't understand.
Boomhauer. I love Boomhauer. Yeah, Deverne just said Nightmare somewhat sounds like Dale if Dale's voice were deeper.
Well, Dale's always that. He's always been that like a conspiracy guy, that conspiracy friend that we all fucking have.
Don't we all? Jeez.
Yeah.
There was a time I was that friend.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well, give us a conspiracy right now. Give us one.
Oh, I'm not that guy anymore. But for a while there, I actually bought into the whole chemtrail thing. The FEMA death camps. I actually fell into a lot of that stuff. But I never actually got into the full Agenda 21 thing. And I was always pro-vaccine, but I was anti-GMO. And it was in a pro-vaccine group, they were defending GMOs. And I was like, but wait. And one guy actually said, you do realize that the same arguments that you're using right now for GMOs are the same arguments that anti-vaxxers use to be against vaccines. And, man, my mind just exploded. And I'm like, okay, where else am I wrong?
You know, I am way out there with outer space, but I believe someday we humans will need to genetically modify ourselves to be able to withstand outer space, to be able to travel.
I
But
don't disagree with that.
We are thousands upon thousands of years off from that. That'll be a discussion for a way another day. I could go on for fucking ever about that type of shit.
He can and he has.
I'm a space guy, way out there.
And DeVern, he's all, I mean, pesticides are in food. Who cares about GMOs? And one of the things that I love to point out is like when people go, they found glyphosate in wines in Napa Valley. Like this, like itty bitty amount, like 1 in like 100 million parts or 1 in 1 billion parts. It's like, okay, that's great. Of a potential class 3 carcinogen, which is pretty weak. Whereas you're drinking something that is literally 8 to 10%, if not more, of a known, proven carcinogen, ethanol. It's like, come on, guys. or like the
heads out of your ass.
Or Smokers Against Monsanto. That one always cracked me up.
What is the one?
You know, those motherfuckers do regulate every fucking bit of a farmer's aspect around here. It's almost nuts.
They do have, I mean, I'm not going to lie, they do have a lot of control. When you have the former president and CEO of Monsanto, now the head of the FDA, you got to expect it to be a little crony.
Right.
That kind of shit should not be allowed.
You know, I got a lot of farmer friends that are very successful in life, and they're not a big fan of them because of all the control that they, you know, have put in play, and you know, they're big business. You know,
they are.
You get them farmers in there. I mean,
but it's like a lot of
aspect they don't like. They still make awesome money. They still work morning to night, but
the thing is also, it's like a lot of people get really pissed off at Monsanto, and they're like, oh, they're controlling the whole GM market. They're actually number 3. You know who's number 2 in the whole GM markets? Nestle.
Jesus.
How
is that possible?
And do you know who's number 1?
Who?
Bayer, the aspirin maker.
What?
They have the largest amount of GM crop seeds patented, and they provide the most. Monsanto is in 3rd place, and not even by they're not even close. They are so far behind the other 2 big ones, but they're the ones that have been targeted.
Why is that? Why would they be targeted so much versus those others?
Probably because they're smaller, easier to take down a smaller dog.
Right.
And if you take down one, then you can start taking down the others because you've set a precedent.
Right, true. Well, it's about like prescription meds almost. Fuck. You know, that's so controlled.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's
like, not to get into that. We won't get into.
Yeah, not to get too deep into it, but basically the FDA, it was a great idea gone horribly wrong at this point.
Right, it's fucking. They're fucking ass raping everyone out there.
So, are you ready for this? Do you know which agency controls and dictates and regulates hospital sterilization processes, as well as what equipment can be used in hospitals?
You better tell me.
The FDA.
Oh.
Seriously, the FDA is the one that makes sure that your bedpans are FDA compliant. That when you go to get your catheters for, like, say, dialysis, that the dialysis machine works properly, that the catheter tubes are the right ones. They're regulating all of that. They have full regulatory authority over medical, and then they also have the JC, the Joint Commission, who also has a huge regulatory authority. There's only one area that the EPA has regulatory authority, and it's over a specific cleaner, ethylene oxide, which is extraordinarily flammable.
Jesus.
And I mean, like, when I say extraordinarily flammable, I can't remember the place it was. It was in Texas. There was an ethylene oxide place where all these companies would send their stuff that had to be sterilized through ethylene oxide because it was too temperature sensitive. Like, if you were to put it through a regular sterilizer, it would ruin the shit. This is like stuff like some cloths and some metals that are too, like, low boiling points and all that. Well, they had a mistake where one of the cleaners, and these cleaners are you walk in pushing in carts of stuff into these cleaners, and the cycle takes about 8 hours, and the venting takes about 4 of those 8 hours. They didn't properly vent. They went to open it up. When they opened it up, a spark happened, and it blew a 1.5 foot thick, pure steel door into a cement wall that was 3 feet thick and almost knocked out the wall.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah, ethylene oxide is dangerous. What happened is that in order to prevent it from getting out, is that they go through all these venting cycles, and then they pump the air out of it, and it goes through a bunch of filters, with the very last step being an open flame to burn off any remnants. But it's usually completely safe because it's such a low concentration. Well, because they bypassed some of the steps for the ventilation, they shot almost pure ethylene oxide into that flame, and then it just did the back trail into the sterilizer, and boom!
Jesus.
Wow. Yeah, 3 of the top 5 facilities for ethylene oxide emissions are in Texas.
Used to be 4.
No.
That one's still up and running now. I had to learn about this stuff.
Yeah, it is still up and running, and it's on the list too, but it's not in the top 5.
Yeah, but that one, if there's videos where like there's an agency that goes through and figures out, does the whole what happened, the post-mortem after a big accident like that. I had to watch it because I was dealing with ethylene oxide as part of my job, training for doing sterile processing. And it was a hell of a video. And they also showed one about a oil refinery where a valve that wasn't working right caused the entire refinery to explode.
Wow.
Holy fuck.
Their videos are amazing. They're all like kind of bad CG. Like, I mean, it's definitely not Hollywood style, but it's only as good as it requires to get the point across. And but it's amazing because it is so detailed about everything. And DeVerne is absolutely right, Bex.
What's he saying? I can't see it.
About
the last comment?
Yep.
Yeah, it says Monsanto just wants to poison you so
that's
Big
not it.
Pharma can set you up with pills. Oh, no? I can't see it then.
Oh, that's what happens if you don't get therapy. You blow up.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you got to blow.
My chat must be.
You can't always be this docile.
I'm checking to see if the chat's glitched out for me too now. Nope.
Oh, I'll shut it out and come back in on it, and it should be okay.
Everyone has to blow up at some point. That's how you let it all out.
I don't so much blow up as I just fall apart every now and then.
I just tell someone to pull my finger.
Oh my God! Never pull that man's finger.
Out the room.
I will.
Old dad farts. Ugh.
Oh God, Cat nailed it. Sounds like that 80-pound of tannerite explosion for a gender reveal.
Oh my God.
That's insanity.
Church of Laszlo 965
says gender reveal parties are dangerous and we really should just stop doing them.
One of the
there are many girl fingers I will pull, but not yours. Sorry, bro.
Oh, I'm a bro. Bro. The funniest gender reveal I ever saw, the lady had her pants down and you could see her butt in the air, and she farted the color cloud.
Oh my God.
Little blue poof.
How the fuck does that work?
Probably colored baby powder in their butt crack.
Can you see this person before this? Quick, somebody come powder my ass crack so I can fart a poof out of baby powder.
Put powder in my ass.
And once again, we're back to ass.
There was the one guy who worked for I want to say Cal Fire, but I don't think it was in California, but it was like the equivalent, which is like the Forest Service Fire Division, who did a gender reveal, and caused a 1,000-something acre fire. And he has to pay for all of it.
Fuck. Well, you're going to be working a long time. You better pull out some hate, and you better start working harder than you've ever fucking worked in your life.
Yeah, they told what the total was. I can't remember what it was. And I sat there and I did the math. I was like, at $200 a month, he'd be able to pay it off in 30 years if there's no interest. It was like, that's actually doable because he's in his 20s. He should be able to do that.
How are you going to pay his bills with that?
I mean, just $200 a month in 30 years, he would have been paid off.
A month, but
yeah, Kat.
You'd be struggling if he was bringing in $200 a month.
Right,
Fuck.
but I'm just saying, no, that's how much he'd have to pay. $200 a month, and in 30 years, he'd pay off that debt. So it's like, okay, it sounded insurmountable, but it really wasn't.
30 years.
That's a long time. Yeah, well, I bet he doesn't fuck up like that again. He used, if I remember correctly, it was a colored flare that he shot in the air.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit. Yeah, my bad to all the viewers. We really aren't even talking mental health, but hell, this is helping me. This is helping me relax. Fuck. This is my mental health. Relaxation right here. Keeps me fucking cool.
Well, the one thing I have learned about people that harbor anger, hi, I'm one of them, laughter helps a lot.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know. With me, it's hard to get me angry, like Hulk smash angry.
Right.
But don't you want to see that side of me? Mess with Adam.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! No way.
Because the last lady who said something rude to me about Adam got told and I wanted to punch her so bad. But we were in the doctor's office and her kids were playing with Adam at one of those tables that has all the colored beads on the wires on it. And, you know, when she realizes Adam is sitting there, she jumped up and grabbed up her kids and moved them away. And I was just like, lady, look, your kids ain't going to catch what he has, but they're going to catch your fucking ignorance if you don't stop this shit.
Right.
I just walked away because, no. I would have punched her if she had said anything.
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of one of my things about your ass is, fuck, I wish you'd fucking smack someone around. At least then you'd have that ability. Like I'm telling you, if you knock a motherfucker out for talking shit to you, it gives you something. It gives you something you wouldn't get from just taking it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy or whatever, but it gives you power.
I get what you're saying. It's just I've never been able to do that.
You should have Hulk smashed that bitch's head through the wall.
At the same time,
you might have gone to jail for a couple months, but you would have got out. You've been like, damn, I did it.
At the same time, making that person feel stupid as all hell, and then walking away, it's got its own rewards.
It does.
Right, that would definitely be another part of that too. You know, if you could make a motherfucker feel like an idiot.
Yeah, and now we got the chat just going off about this stuff. Kat was saying about needing interest on the guy's bill for the fire. I remember DeVern that one when he was talking about that there's people that paid someone to fly and spray out the color for the gender reveal, and the plane crashed. I'm going to one up the girl that farted the gender color by lighting it on fire next to my grandma.
Oh God.
Then they start talking about stupid people, and DeVern, I mostly like to get them caught in traffic on the highways. Kat lost her shit over the Adam thing.
Yeah, that was my reaction to Kat. What a biatch.
I cry when I beat up people because I feel mean. This is hurting me more than it's hurting you! Pow! 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 Good
old-fashioned ass whooping.
Now, there's one lady.
Me more than it does you.
So there's a place where this is a Safeway in my neighborhood, and on the street there's a left turn lane that you could take to go into there, but it says no U-turn, official vehicles only. So obviously, emergency vehicles, yeah, they could go ahead and U-turn. And I was taking a right-hand turn, and she fucking does a U-turn right in front of me, and we stopped side by side. I had a red light. I had my window down. She had hers down. I brought mine down, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong? She's like, it was my turn. I'm like, 1, it's for official fucking vehicles only. 2, left turn always yields to right, you fucking idiot. She's like, stop using that language around my kids. And I went, oh, you have kids? And I look in the back seat. I'm like, hey, kids, don't be as stupid as your mom. Otherwise, she's going to get someone killed, and it might be you. Oh, man, she got pissed. And then I happened to have to follow her on the same turn, and she goes into a McDonald's and went, now I know why you're stupid, as I was driving by. Sorry, McDonald's, I don't actually feel that way. It was just a great way to go ahead and rail at someone. So please don't sue me, McDonald's.
Blow up just a little bit. It let something out that was building up. You let it out. You let it out, man.
Oh,
For
yeah.
real.
I got home. I felt great.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm sitting there. I'm hoping that those kids realize that what the mom did was stupid.
The look on your face was priceless, man. Oh, shit. Oh,
I have a very animated face.
You both do.
He does. Nightmare really does.
I mean, honestly,
What are you drinking
if you
over
are texting with Nightmare and he puts a emoji behind his text, he's making that face.
So am I.
And a lot of people don't realize that.
do too.
But like that's the face he's making.
That's all the nuance that you could give is to throw out an emoji and go, I hope you get what I'm saying.
Right, that is true. I add emojis to add effect so that people don't think I'm being a dickhead. Unless I am, then I put the correct emoji in.
Okay. Davern assumed that I was bald based on my voice. I am not. No, that is true. I am not bald.
Got a head of hair, shit.
I got a whole head of hair. The only grays that I have are in my beard.
Out of everybody in this voice chat right now, I'm the one going bald. How the fuck is that fair?
Hashi fucking motos.
I know. It sucks.
You were stressed as hell.
Hell, I was video chatting with Nightmare the other day, and I'm like, holy fuck, look at that. And there's this big streak of gray in the front of my hair. I'm like, oh, I need to dye that. No, I don't. Don't dye the hair. It's going to fall out more.
Did you dye it or what?
No, I didn't. It's just going to be there from now on. Fuck it.
Oh, shit. Well, we all got to have that time. I got some beard hairs that are mustache hairs that are getting there too, so don't even fucking worry about it.
I'm not even worried about it. Like my wife, she's like, whoa, your age is starting to show in your beard. I'm like, you think I'm going to shave because of that?
The good thing that's all you said.
You have baby face when you shave.
I do. I really do. Okay, so M, there's something I could kind of relate to on the last comment there. I have reoccurring nightmares about going bald and losing all my teeth. Fucking waking up in a sweat and shit. Well, I don't have it quite like that. I have this weird reoccurring nightmare. I can only call it really a nightmare. It's not like it's scary. It's fucking frustrating and annoying. I always have something sharp between my teeth that I keep pulling out. Like an endless amount of like splinters, metal shavings, straightened out paper clips, fingernails. It's always something sharp, pointy, and it could be kind of long, and it's just endlessly coming out. I'm just constantly pulling it out, and it's annoying. It gets to the point where I have a hard time talking because my mouth is getting so full if I don't keep up on it.
How do you fucking get out of that dream?
Usually my alarm clock.
I have...
8 hours of that? Fuck, that is a nightmare. That's what nightmares are made of.
Yeah.
I haven't had the dream in a very, very long time. But I used to dream about losing my teeth, and it would freak me out.
Oh shit.
And it was weird because every time I had that dream, like I know that there's probably no correlation between the two or whatever, but I would have that dream and like somebody I know would end up in the hospital on their deathbed.
Ooh. Yeah,
So
my
I
wife
always hated having that dream.
My wife has premonition kind of dreams. She dreamt that someone had harmed her father that day. That morning, found out that someone broke into his vehicle and stole all of his stuff. It's a different type of harm, but it's still harm.
That is true.
And she gets those all the time. Like, every time she has one of those dreams, I'm like, oh, fuck, there's a shoe dropping. I'm seriously.
Actually, which reminds me, I better go lock my truck up quick.
So I have figured out the meanings of a couple of my dreams, though, when I have them. I have one dream that's recurring where I call it my tornado dreams. It could be anything from fanciful tornadoes that I can hitch rides in and it's totally safe to it's like, oh my god, terror, hide, it's destroying everything and everywhere in between. And it's usually where I could see them coming from all over the place. There's just so many. Like, you can see the clouds just, like, angry, for lack of a better word. It means that I feel like my life is spiraling out of control. And that I have no power over my life. The other one, it's always the city park in my hometown, which I really like my city park. I spent so much of my life in that city park. I learned taiko in that city park. I became a professional taiko performer in that city park. But in my dreams, I can never get out of it. The closer I get to getting to the railroad tracks you have to cross railroad tracks to get out. It's the only way out of that park. The closer I get to the tracks, the more exhausted I become. Like, exponentially. I have never gotten closer than 5 feet from the tracks. And I'm trying to get away from something that is out to get me. That dream is usually when I feel that I'm stuck in a situation where I have no power.
Wow.
It took me a while to figure these out.
Well, dreaming about, your teeth and your teeth falling out can have a couple different meanings. I mean, it can be, associated with feelings of loss and big life changes, but it can also be associated with fear because, teeth are used to, bite and tear and chew, and, it could be that you feel powerless in your life and feelings of inferiority and stuff like that.
The one that I've read for an interpretation, and I think it might be right, I still haven't quite found the association yet, because, like, when I read those interpretations, one thing to keep in mind is that they're interpretations, but every dreamer's dreams are different. And they mean different things to the dreamer.
Right.
But the one about the stuff between the teeth that I keep pulling out means that there's something I have to say that I haven't said. And it's something that I must say. Might be
that
right.
Makes sense.
It might be right.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Let me ask y'all something. What makes you guys feel powerless in this world?
Usually, if I'm not working, I feel powerless. Because I can't pay my bills. I can't save up for an emergency. I can't go and have fun. That, more than anything, makes me feel powerless. So
that's pretty deep, dude. Pretty deep, yeah.
So working the job that I have now, oh my god. I thought that I would like being a stay-at-home dad. I really don't. It felt too much like having a sugar mama, which I have had one of those. It sounds great. It's not.
You couldn't even pass the time hardly that after about a couple months of doing nothing.
Right? And also, if you actually have a sugar mama, let's just face it, you're a prostitute.
Right, yeah. Yeah. I've never had one. They always expect something from me, but I've never had one. I've never been that lucky. I'm lucky to get a woman that's got a fucking job. Working at McDonald's, bringing home $150 a week.
Yeah, my son one time was like, hey, so he's like, we're driving along, saw someone at a bus stop. Like, hey, she's cute. And I'm like, yeah, but she doesn't drive. What does that tell you? And he's like, she might be trouble. It's like, yeah, she might be having a hard time. She might just be socially conscious. But commuting around here in the city that I'm in, you really try to avoid going on the buses and the light rail. You really try to avoid it. It's not a good thing. Right. Too many people get mugged and die, even in broad daylight around here with that stuff. So, like, yeah, it tells me that person either they're starting out, they're in a rough spot, or they absolutely suck at managing money.
Right.
Yeah, M just said, I feel powerless not knowing the future my kid is going to have. I think, a lot of parents kind of probably feel that way. And, I'm someone who spent most of her life feeling powerless because of many different forms of abuse. And, I mean, to this day, like, I still have issues with that because, if somebody can raise their voice to me and I'll start crying and I can't help it. It may not even be an anger, just that tone change can make me feel weak again.
Which is why I don't even kid with that tone of voice.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, now we're talking about like DeVern. He was like, because I mentioned the light rail. I was like, I don't know, the light rail seems to be popular in Cali. He's like, yeah, it's dangerous though. The public transport in Cali sucks. It really is. In LA, it's not as bad because they've actually kind of planned parts of the city around public transit. But like you go to San Diego, they just kind of cobbled it together as they went, and it shows. The Sacramento area, same thing. BART, the Bay Area Rapid Transit. Yeah, and that is where it's really dangerous. Like, of all the places, that is the one place that you don't want to go on. Like, in New York, you're told, don't be on the trains at night. On BART, just don't be on the trains. Just don't. There have been so many...
Beck,
oh, go for it.
I was going to say, Beck, I always tell you that I wished I would have known you growing up because I would have had your motherfucking back for anyone who had anything to say to you.
Same.
I know.
Same.
I know.
Like I said, I would have went outside, filled my fucking socks full of rocks, and come in and sock their fucking head apart.
I'd say
they want to get loud. I would have stood up and said, motherfucker, better shut your ass up.
If it was me, they'd have to deal with the rule of nines. It's going to take 9 doctors 9 hours to get my size 9 out of 9 inches up their ass.
Right. And the fucking die today, I know what it's like. Hey, y'all want to see something here quick? Well, it'll just be you that can see it. But I have a huge wall of empty Dr. Pepper cans here.
Oh my God!
I used to drink so much Dr. Pepper when I was younger. I can't now.
Why is that?
Borderline diabetic.
Fucking won't let me switch around. Here, I'll have to do it the selfie way.
Holy shit!
I've seen that. Yeah, I did that the other day. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Because I was more thirsty than I was hungry, and they were free. I must have had myself about 10 or 12 Dr. Peppers. DeVern came in saying that he'd upgrade to size 13 for you.
Yeah, I saw that.
Even though I'm not supposed to be drinking Coke products right now, I still do anyhow. I fucking love my Dr. Pepper.
I thought that Dr. Pepper was Pepsi and Mr. Pibb was Coke.
It's not.
You know what, I thought Dr. Pepper was independent, but they went... Because like in some areas of California, you'll find
Coke
Dr. Pepper and Pepsi together.
Coke distributes it, so they still get money off of it. I had to...
my hometown, it's actually...
my Dr. Pepper.
My hometown, it's actually Pepsi that distributes it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
And see, down here, Dr. Pepper is its own distributor.
Yeah, but you
Really?
also have one of the only places in the world that will make Dr. Pepper using cane sugar.
Yes, I do.
Right.
That stuff is amazing.
That is some good goddamn Dr. Pepper right there.
That's the best.
It really is. Dublin Dr. Pepper. That's what they call it down here.
Every now and then we'll get cases of that up here, and it's always bought up real fucking quick.
And then DeVer was saying, I wish I could get drunk on Dr. Pepper. Boy, go to a bar, order a flaming Dr. Pepper.
Right.
They taste just like Dr. Pepper when you're slamming it. But you have to slam it, otherwise you're not going to taste the Dr. Pepper, you're going to taste everything else. And it has no Dr. Pepper in it, but man, when you blow out that flame and you slam it, it tastes just like a Dr. Pepper.
You know, I can't drink or go to bars no more, but I sure miss them kitty bars.
I never really cared for them.
I miss that shit big time.
You ready for this? My wife made me go to a strip club for my bachelor party because I'd never been to one. It was all right.
Yeah, but I get addicted to the women and all the drinking and the fun times. Fuck, you can't get me out of there. 2:00 comes around, they gotta kick me out or call the cops to get me out of there.
Yeah. With the laws here in California, they could give you beer, but only beer and wine, no hard alcohol, for topless bars. If they go full nude, it's a juice bar.
Oh,
they can't serve alcohol.
Oh my God.
The neighboring states just like...
M says strippers smell so good with a very strange emoji behind it.
It's like the...
sarcasm.
Yeah, it's like that. It's the cringy smile.
Yeah.
When you're drinking, you don't realize that they smell like other dudes, but, you know, it's some titties you're looking at anyhow.
So
DeVern's all hashtag tits out, hashtag free the nipple. Oh my God. No, I have to contain mine or they'll drag me off the bed. We've had this conversation.
So here's the thing that I've never understood. And maybe it's because of my proximity to Nevada, where, you know, whorehouses are real. Oh, sorry, brothels.
Right.
Is that, why would you want to spend all that money to just see, not be allowed to touch, and get a couple of lap dances, when you could just go over to Nevada, pay the same amount of money, and actually get laid?
Or just invest that time into an actual woman that'll fuck you.
Oh, God.
That actually is the better. I've never actually... Like, I could still count I could name every woman I've ever slept with. One of them's a little fuzzy. I think I remember their name. It's been a long time. And I had a pretty bad streak at one point. But I never, ever went and tried to pick up on a stripper. I never went and picked up on a prostitute. I wasn't about that. But I was not too ashamed to get myself some barflies. Guess where I was working at the time as a DJ.
Well, that's the easy hookup right there.
Yeah, if you're the DJ, they all want you.
Well, I don't know. I've never been the DJ, but I ain't no ugly motherfucker, so I've always picked up some pretty decent women.
Yeah, as the DJ, you pretty much got pick of the litter is the way to look at it. Because you're the entertainer. You're the one that's providing the entertainment. I went out and I danced on the dance floor with them. You know, I wasn't the DJ that stayed behind the booth and just kind of nodded my head and was like, okay, just give me your next song and I'll just play. No, I was going around. I was asking people, what do you want to hear? What do you want to hear? And hey, if you pick a song, you have to dance to it. Yeah, I'll dance with you. I don't care.
Who did, fuck, man, I can't even remember the show now. He had like one of the red pointers, and they were talking at like this convention, and he was pointing out all the women he wanted to come to the after party. Shit. The dude played Finch on.
Oh, American Pie?
No. It was a show. Shit, with the dude who plays Joe, and like Joe on Family Guy. That Patrick.
Oh, the dude with that deep voice that does Kronk on Emperor's New Groove?
Yes. And then one of the other actors in that was David Spade. Fuck, what the hell was that show now? I can't even goddamn remember. I'm tired. I'll think of it when we're done here, but
Was it that one that David Spade was starring in for a while? It was like,
Is it Just Shoot Me?
yeah, that's
no, it's not Just Shoot Me, but it's the newer one where he's like an old motherfucker. Shit, it's got that guy from India in there.
Oh Lord, I'm looking it up now.
Yes, look it up, please. Well, anyways, he was at a convention and he was just pointing out the women. He was circling their tits and he was like winking at them. I want you to come to the after party. And he was going to all the women around there, circling their tits with that red laser pointer. It was fucking awesome. Anyways, you'd have to see it to get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'd probably have to see it.
Is it Mr. Mayor?
No, it's a show. It's a show. Fuck.
That is a show.
It's relatively new, like within the last probably
The
4
Netflix
years.
After Party.
No.
Let's see here. I'm looking.
Shit, I wish it's right at the top of my head here. Fuck, I ain't thinking of it. Now you got me wanting to know.
And I'm trying. Entourage, maybe. I'm looking for something, but I don't know.
Hang on.
You guys hit my weakness here. I can't stand not knowing now.
All right. I'm looking it up with you. Rules of engagement.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Rules of engagement is what it was. Shit, I lost you here.
With David Spade, I have that whole love-hate thing with him. Because, like, in some roles, I love him. In other roles, I can't stand him at all.
Yeah, it's complete douche. Some he's all right. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. But I have to say,
Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt was.
I love Joe Dirt.
I think that was his best role ever. Because that and the little Weasley kiss ass on Coneheads. He was great on that too.
Oh my god. I loved him on Coneheads.
Right. I forgot he was even in that.
I just love Coneheads. Anyway, it's such a good movie.
I remember that from a long time ago.
And I gotta say that his voice was great on the Hotel Transylvania movies.
He's great as isn't he the llama in The Emperor's New Groove?
Yeah. Yay, I'm a llama again. Wait.
He was also in Tommy Boy, which was another fucking good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I miss Chris Farley. What a fucking song.
I just can't. I hear Tommy Boy, and in my head, all I hear is fat guy in a little coat.
And fucking a squeak.
Fat guy in a little
coat.
And also the housekeeping. Want me to jerk you off?
Fuck, I love that sales pitch where he grabs them cars off the desk and rams them into each other and throws them into a fucking trash can.
I also love it. If you want a warranty, I could guarantee, I could go ahead and shit in a box. I got time. You just have a guaranteed piece of shit.
The guy looks at him like, wait, what?
It's a valid point.
It is. It is. What the hell is the chat doing? I can't see.
Let's see.
They're quiet.
They're talking. Well, they were talking about being digmatized. So I've never heard that term before. I am so using it now.
Right?
Well, what does it mean then?
It says I fuck around and got digmatized a couple times. That was from M.
I missed that comment. Oh my god.
I missed all of them.
They're saying the toxic people always fuck the best. I was like toxic and or crazy, which it's sadly true.
I've always heard I was pretty good in bed, but I'm a son of a bitch, so
Well,
it always ended fairly quickly. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's like you're great in bed.
For a couple months.
Yeah, nowadays, like if I ever when I hear, "Oh, you're great in bed," oh God, I need to go see my therapist, don't I?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm seeing mine this Saturday, and I'm also getting my first shot of 2. I'm doing the Pfizer.
The vaccine got you.
Yep.
The old vaccine.
Yep. Doing the Pfizer one. I wanted the Johnson & Johnson, but apparently you can't get it anymore. There were some blood clotting issues, but every single case of the blood clotting issues have been tied to people on birth control. The pill, which the pill is known for causing clots. So I think it was just one of those things where they just played off of each other. There's a term for it. I could almost get it just right. But yeah.
Right. No, I get what you're saying. You know, I was never a fan of Operation Warp Speed. Never. I was never a fan of that.
The one thing I wasn't at first until I learned more about it. They started production for distribution while they were still doing the last round of testing. So that way, if it came up good, they were all ready to ship. But if it came out no, then they'd have to dispose of all of it. So I didn't really have that much of an issue with it once I learned that that's what it really was. Because it sucks to have to get it go through, you get it finally finalized, yes, you're good to go, and then you have to ramp up production, which takes months.
Right. You know, I've been around so many motherfucking people with China virus that, you know, I ain't even been sick yet. And I don't even think I ain't scared of that goddamn shit.
Well, you're also you're not in that kind of category where it's a threat, probably. Like for me, I have high blood sugar. People with diabetes, COVID kills you. It's scary.
Yeah, I could imagine. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true.
And
I've smoked joints. I've smoked joints with people that fucking had the shit, and I never got it.
It might be the temperature.
Yeah, right.
That's a little bit. Remember,
the motherfucking disease gonna kill me.
COVID likes colder weather.
Okay.
Well, I'm in Iowa. I don't know.
Well, we have Kat who says, "I'm gonna say goodnight. It's great to hear your voice, Nightmare. Be safe in them fucking trees."
I am.
I love Kat. She's so awesome.
I've only had a few close calls. I've fallen out of a tree a couple times, and I live to tell about it, so it's all good.
I see one of those trees was the ugly tree, because fuck, man.
Oh my god.
Look, I had a couple branches on the way down, too.
It's like, I got a branch for you, E, you asshole. I have the feeling that Nightmare and I would be like best of friends. We're like, it seems like we're both the kind of asshole you want on your side.
I will agree with that. Yes.
I second that, even though it's partially towards myself.
Same. Mostly towards you. No, just kidding. There, you set yourself up for that one.
As someone who knows you both, I mean, I've adopted both of you. You're mine now.
Shit, there you are.
Yeah, there I am. Mostly I'm in the chat. I'm in the chat scrolling, so you don't get to see a lot of me when we're doing these video calls.
Get your ass back and I love you.
No, see, I do that to Ian. He runs away from me.
Well, she said that she's not leaving California until she gets her hug. And I ain't going to let her have a hug so that way I can keep her in California. It's her fault. She made the stipulations. I'm just going to uphold the good. That's all.
Yeah, I did not think before I spoke. I said that before I knew just how much of a smartass he was.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, that was my mistake. My bad.
I'll tell you this. If I go to the Caribbean, you're fucking coming with.
I know.
I'm not sure anything about no, you're coming with. You and the boy.
I know.
We're down. We're going to fucking be on the beach. We're going to smoke some joints, and that's it.
That sounds fun.
Case Closed. We're getting high. That's it.
Yeah.
High on the beach.
But we got to fly E out to visit.
I'm not getting high.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
No.
I'm
for that. But
yeah. I was gonna say I'm through with that phase of my life. I had my fun with it.
Come just sit on the beach with us. It don't matter. You ain't got to get high.
No, I know. One of my nicknames I got was Stony because I'm funnier when you're stoned.
Can confirm this is true.
I don't even smoke right now. I don't even smoke right now.
I have shot many times. I have shot like water from my nose, coffee, Gatorade, milk.
Yeah.
A chip.
Yep.
I'm having a hell of a good time with you guys.
I'm aiming to try to get her to pass an entire grilled cheese.
Well, first I would have to have an entire grilled cheese in my mouth, and while I do have a big mouth, and yes, I can fit my fist in it, I cannot put an entire grilled cheese in my mouth.
Oh, you're misunderstanding. The grilled cheese gets into your mouth, you read the joke, and then the shock causes you to actually inhale it through the rest of the way.
Okay, see, I see what you mean. I'm taking a bite, and as I read I gotcha. Yeah, hopefully I don't ever do that. I don't want to pass a grilled cheese through my nostrils.
So, did it feel Gouda?
Could have been feta.
Yeah, I cannot out-pun Bexy. I try. And we could get on rolls, but she's always one-upping me.
She must be butter because she's on the roll.
Yeah, I always say that...
I have the rolls. I'm not the butter. Thank you very much.
I've used... One of my lines that I've been using for a long time now is like if someone says something that makes me go, aww. It's like, man, there are not enough rolls to handle how jelly I am right now.
Shit, one of my business slogans is, we'll go out on a limb for you.
Quite literally.
Really?
So what's the name of your business? It's, ow, ooh, ee, ah, ooh,
Oh, I won't put that out there, but we'll let it be known that it's a successful business. See, I bought it from a buddy of mine that was in the services that I'm into, and I took it over, and fuck, I've been running it since. Or it's been running me. Well, however you want to think about it, but
well, I think it depends on the day.
It was a good investment. It's been a long-lasting investment. I've actually been doing this for 13 years now. So
actually, it's kind of funny. Is the guy that yes, I have a gardener. I'm not. I was all excited. I got this big yard, and then I'm like, but I'm kind of old now. I don't want to deal with it. So we have a gardener, and he started out working on oil rigs, and he did not want to go into like doing the gardening stuff. So he was just full blown oil rigs, and then well, the oil industry in California dried up pretty bad at one point, and he had nothing else to do. And his cousin's like, "Look, just work some yard work with me. I know it's not glamorous. I know you have a problem with the stereotype because we're Mexican. I get it. But it pays pretty good money, and it's something better than being on unemployment right now and doing nothing." 13 years later, he has his own gardening business, and he can't imagine doing anything else. He fell in love with it.
You know, that's kind of how it started out for me, too. I didn't really give a fuck about trees, but it just grew with me. I got roots from it. Now it's in my blood. I can't give it up for nothing. Like I said, I'm going to die doing trees if that's what it takes. I'll never fucking give up. I never give up on nothing.
All right, so I got to ask, what's your favorite tree?
My dream?
No, your favorite tree.
Oh, my favorite tree. Well, you know, I love them all, but my favorite tree would probably be the ash tree.
Really?
They're easy to trim. I think they look beautiful. As of right now, they're under attack, so I'm saving the hell out of them if I can.
They are a beautiful.
Awesome.
Emerald ash borer is really fucking them up. So at this point in time, those are my trees right there. I love them.
His least favorite tree is the pine tree. Too sappy.
No.
Dun, dun,
That's
dun,
the
dun,
one
dun,
that
dun.
gives me headaches. My worst tree is a Russian olive. They got thorns. They're just a nasty motherfucking tree. Nasty.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good at all.
That sounds like the citron trees if you let them grow too big. Except
Right,
those things
yeah.
will drop like 5-10 pound fruits onto your head and knock you the fuck out.
Oh, they're the worst. I climb one of those. I come out all cut up. Looks like I got into a fucking fight with a bobcat or something.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you know exactly. Or like hickory too. I've heard about the thorns on hickory. I've seen some pictures. Those
Yeah, it's
fucking nasty.
We don't have many of them around here. That's like a specialty tree around here. You gotta really take care of them. But
Yeah,
either that or coffee trees. Coffee trees I really like too. They're 1 in a million around here, and so those I always try to get people to fucking trim versus cut down because they don't understand that they have a rare tree in their motherfucking yard. So
I happen to have.
ash and coffee tree would probably be my most two. I actually had to take down a coffee tree that I damn near was begging these people to just trim. And I told them, hey, you got a rare tree in your yard. There's probably like 10 left here in town. Like, what do you want to take this motherfucker down for? Well, I ended up doing the removal instead, but.
Bet you wanted to transplant that thing if you could.
Oh, shit, that fucker was a 20-ton tree. Shit, you couldn't have moved it if you tried. You could take some of the seeds off of it and do that, but.
I was also going to say, you could also probably graft it, too. I mean, most trees do okay with grafting.
Yeah, you could try, but I don't know. I'm not in it for planting. I actually have a planting season where we plant a ton of evergreens. We plant about this last year I got fucked out of the bid, but usually if I win the bid, we'll plant about 3,000-4,000 trees each year.
Happy Earth Day!
Someone else.
See, he's not just a tree murderer.
I plant too. I plant. I get paid for it, of course, but I mean, it takes a long time. I'll have my whole business out there for about, probably 3-4 weeks, just planting day in, day out from the time it gets, light out to the time it gets dark. We're doing 3,000-4,000 trees through that.
That's a lot
entire
of trees.
3 weeks to a month. So there's a lot of trees that I do plant. Again, I went a little high on the bid, and I went $8 a tree.
Wow, that's a good payday if you had gotten that.
It was a little too high for the DNR here. So.
So
this next year, I'll probably go 5 a tree and probably land it. So it's still money.
To kind of give you an idea of the trees around here, we are known for the citrus trees around here. So we have lemons, limes, oranges, grapefruits, citrons. I mean, you name it. If it's a citrus tree, it's here. And man, so many of them have some nasty ass thorns.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking wicked to work with.
Yeah, oranges are easy. Oranges are great.
Any tree with thorns, man, is a really hard tree to work around. It's I can't do it.
And it's kind of funny. Like I've shown people the fruit. No, I'm like, check this out. Take a picture of the citron, and people are like, "Oh, it's a lemon." And then I put my hand next to it, like, "Wait, what is that? Is that a grapefruit?" I'm like, "Well, it smells like lemon. It tastes like lemon. If I cut it open, it's almost completely rind with about a lemon-sized fruit in the middle, with big-ass seeds." No, it's a citron.
I've seen those pictures.
The cut on was palm trees, but we don't have any of them here. So
we have so many of them. California is basically just overrun. The big cedar fire that happened to San Diego back in I want to say 2005, I think it was largely fueled by untrimmed palm trees and eucalyptus trees. But I mean,
really,
eucalyptus trees, their bark is basically paper that's soaked in oil.
I was going to say those are a very oily tree.
Yeah, now the reason that there's so many eucalyptus trees in San Diego is that a guy found out that eucalyptus trees, because of the oil, could make a lot of money. So he went and put his entire life savings into buying saplings and seeds and land to plant as many as he could. What he didn't realize was it takes about 80 years for these trees to mature enough to actually become valuable.
Well, his family will have a nice little nest egg there.
He lost everything. So, yeah, and then the trees just started spreading like weeds. They're invasive.
Throw some koalas at them.
Yeah.
Couple sloths in there. Maybe a horde of monkeys or whatever you call them. Just let them take it over. Fuck it.
Yeah, but, I mean, those things, they went up like bonfires. And when the palm trees hit, like when the flames would climb up the palm tree and hit the untrimmed part or the unmaintained part, which is all like years and years of dead fronds, they said that you would hear this audible whoosh, and then there would be embers being thrown out, and these embers are like 3 feet long, 4 feet long, and they weigh pretty heavy, but the heat was just so powerful, yeah, it would throw them 150, 200 yards out. How do you stop that?
Right.
They're like the incendiary bombs going off.
That is
Right.
crazy.
And we had, at that time, we had 40 mile an hour.
There's a lot of money in trimming palm trees.
Yeah, well,
First off, they're dangerous as hell.
yeah, they
and-
are.
And to shave off all that shit that they produce, that takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and people pay a lot of fucking money for it.
And what people don't realize is when those palm fronds dry out, those things might as well, when they fall, they might as well be dropping, weighted razor blades. They are sharp.
Yeah.
They will fuck you up.
Yep.
And another thing that likes to hide out and live inside the fronds because of all the shading, scorpions.
You gotta
Fun.
be careful. They're a dangerous tree to work in.
Yep. And people are like, oh, it's just the coconuts. Well, I mean, about 150 people a year die from coconuts dropping on their heads worldwide. And out of the 150, about 125 of them are because they were sleeping under the palm tree because it was beautiful. I wish I was making this number up. I watched a video about the 25 most dangerous trees in the world. Coconuts were rated in the top 10 because of that. But, I mean, there are trees out there that are so dangerous that simply breathing within 100 yards of them will kill you. Not might, will.
Wow.
I don't have any of them fucking trees around here.
There's one tree that they've listed. It's called, its name is the monkey no climb, also known as the Dynamite Tree. It has all these little pointed barbs all around the trunk. And I mean, and we're talking, these barbs are less than an inch apart. They are very sharp. They will fuck you up, which is why monkeys don't climb them, which got the name monkey no climb. And then during the summertime, when it is time for seeding, all those seeds at one point will just all boom, loud sound from the tree, and like shrapnel, all the seeds get shot, and those shoot hundreds of yards from the tops. They spread way the fuck out.
Wow.
What's the chat doing? Have they all fallen asleep now?
Nah, they're M went ahead and put a picture.
Quiet.
M put a photo in with amazing pink reddish hair, nice little mask, half-lidded eyes, sideways, but it's a good one.
Yeah.
And Deferred commented on it, said nice pink hair, thanks. And then M called you a tree hugger.
Vex, send the link. I want to peek in quick
Oh, okay.
Yep, still listening.
through Messenger.
I gotcha. Just
All right,
gotta.
all right, Beck. So, what's your favorite tree?
You know, I have never really thought about having a favorite tree. It's not something I've given a lot of thought to. If I had a tree that I would want to have in my yard, it would be a cherry blossom tree. I just think they're beautiful.
I've had cherry trees. They're beautiful. They're fucking messy once the fruit starts falling off. And the worst part, yellow jackets. You see, adult yellow jackets, they live off of things like fruit juices and nectar. Now, what happens if they eat fruit that's fermenting on the ground?
Oh, yeah, they're getting drunk.
Oh, yeah, and then they can't fly straight. They get angry, and they start stinging everything.
Nightmare popped into the chat.
Yep, I see that.
Said, holy fuck, it's a nightmare.
I would say that, for me, my favorite tree, it's got to be a toss-up between the magnolia and the Japanese maple.
I have a picture of me in front of a magnolia tree.
Yeah, the magnolias out here, I guess, are mutants. Because, like, everybody I've ever talked to, like, oh, magnolias, oh, they're so nice and cute. How tall do they get? I'm like, we have ones that are like 30, 40, sometimes 50 feet tall. I'm like, that's not a fucking magnolia. Take a picture, zoom in. Yeah, that's a magnolia. We have big-ass magnolias out here.
I like big trees, and I cannot lie. Wait.
That was a good one.
Yeah, of course, there's also another tree I have to throw in as an honorable mention because it's my hometown. It's the only place in the world you'll ever find them is the Shasta Pine.
Oh.
He's like, God damn, it's a pine tree. No. Although I will say that my dad made a living off of redwood for a while.
I am looking at the picture of this freaking dynamite tree, and holy shit.
Isn't that scary?
Send it to me.
I'm sending it. I was already in the process of doing that.
Oh, right on.
I sent it to you in Messenger.
I haven't gotten it yet. Got it. I'll check it out quick. Oh, shit. Yeah, that'd be oh, motherfuck. Look at that.
Right?
No shit.
Now you know why it's called the monkey no climb.
Shit. Put the saw to the bottom of that one. Let it go.
Yeah, but it'll shoot at you.
Yeah.
Better wear
It's
some
like,
leather.
it's not bad enough. It's not bad enough that the tree has spikes all over it and everything like that. If you cut it down, it'll shoot you. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. It is a
You better have some
very...
protective gear.
Also known as the sandbox tree.
We're looking up trees. This is supposed to be for mental health. We're looking up trees and
You know,
talking about all sorts of different shit.
Have
Does
we
anyone
talked
in
about...
the chat have anything they'd like to discuss? Or us to discuss?
anybody have any questions for Nightmare? Vern says, guess you gotta set the sandbox ablaze.
Wow, okay, so... Following that, there's an article, Explosive Forestry. Dynamite fells days' worth of trees in seconds. That's funny. You can fish that way, too. You shouldn't.
Right.
No.
You know, I've heard about that, them putting dynamite in trees and just setting it off and letting them all lay down as they go. That actually would be a pretty good way to do it if you could do it right.
Oh yeah, here's the worst part. Ready? The sandbox tree, also known as the dynamite tree, is covered in spikes full of poison and grows exploding fruits. The fruits look like tiny pumpkins, but when they mature, fully mature, they explode with a loud bang and fling their seeds at up to 150 miles an hour.
Wow. So, Devern in his silliness says, "How do you feel about having hashtag branch face?"
Was that for me?
Yes.
Say it again. I wasn't paying. I'm looking around here. I wasn't paying any
Okay.
attention.
Devern said, "How do you feel about having hashtag branch face?"
It don't matter to me. Shit.
Yeah, that dynamite tree, though, seriously, there's just nothing nice about it. I mean, that's up there with, like, the
No.
deadly nightshade. There's, like, literally no part of it that's safe.
You have to go up there with a tank and knock it down.
I guess.
Bulldozer, tank, something.
Funny you should say that. I'm actually reading a book, and they just described somebody as... He described himself as a tank, and was warned that one of his employees is dangerous to a tank. It's a corrosive gas type of person.
Oh.
Now,
Who
there's
was
an
the
interesting.
guy that took a bulldozer and made it into like a small tank and it ransacked a town. Who was that? I can't remember who that was.
I remember one guy of National Guard stole a tank in San Diego.
Yeah, I remember that too. They ended up throwing hand grenade down the hatch and killing him.
I remember reading about that.
That is a cool tree. Sorry, I'm on a whole nother thing.
Are you? Oh, you sent it to me. Oh,
She
shit.
fell down
I
the
did.
rabbit hole.
Well, it's a tree that bleeds when you cut it. How can I not be fascinated by
Right.
that? It's called the
Blood
dragon's blood
tree.
tree.
Now that's fucking cool.
You know what? They're going to discover a tree one day. They're going to try to cut it down. It's going to start screaming in agony. And be like, whoa, I'm not touching this tree.
Right.
What do you call that tree? The nope tree? Because that's exactly what I'm going to say if you say cut it down.
Yeah, no shit. Hell, there could be a planet just like ours with a tree just like that you described.
For all we know, there might be a planet where the trees cut down people.
Oh, there could be, Matt. There could be.
And then they're like,
That's some.
and then somebody's like, oh, what are you? Some kind of people hugger?
Right.
Some kind of Lord of the Rings ant-looking trees walking around. Being
Right.
Like puny human smash.
Smash. Exactly.
But with the way that they move, they'd be like, smash. Oh no, I better move out of the way at a meandering pace.
Right.
A planet where trees rule everything.
Davern, every reality exists. Ask Rick and Morty. Apparently, they just got picked up for 9 seasons.
Damn.
And they started a new cartoon.
They did.
Yeah, the creators of Rick and Morty started a second cartoon. I don't remember the name of it, but I've heard it's pretty decent.
Cool. I'll have to look into that.
I like Rick and Morty. I haven't finished very much. I haven't watched a ton of it, but what I've watched, I've loved.
I like Rick and Morty. It's right up my alley of weird.
Yeah, there's a part. God damn it, Nightmare. In the chat, he's all, I'm a cutter.
Well, that's
Not
because
like that,
Javern
not
said.
like
Yeah, I know, the tree
That's
cutter,
because
tree hugger.
Javern yeah.
Yeah, but without context, it was kind of funny.
Yeah, it really was. Well, I mean, if you can't have a little bit of fun talking to the tree cutter on Earth Day, what the hell are we even doing,
Right? I guess we'll have to have him back for Arbor Day.
I'll be there.
Who are we gonna get for oh shit.
Oh shit.
You know
What's that?
I'm sorry, I had my brain just completely shut down on me.
You know who I want for National Podcast Day or International Podcast Day?
Who?
I'd love to get the Porch Drunkies on.
Oh my god, that would be so great.
We won't talk much about mental health if we have them both on, but it's going to be a great time.
It's
Right.
gonna be fun. Bring on May and Tommy.
It ain't got to be all serious all the time. You got to have times where you can, these people need a time where they can relax.
Yeah, and I need to reach out to Orange Lounge Radio again and see if we could do a crossover episode again, but this time have full cast.
That would be good.
I think that would be great. We talked about it before. Just got busy.
Davern says just have him revving up his chainsaw on Arbor Day.
Did you ever come up with a political podcast? Yeah.
Oh, God, I deal with politics so much. I don't want to. I was kicking around one for a while, but then it was just like, when I really got down to thinking to it, I mean, there's a ton of material I can work with, and I can make it funny as all hell. I just don't want to. I'm getting burned out on politics.
It'd be a rough you'd have so many points of view on there. It'd always be interesting, but
I mean, at this point, politics has just become such an invasive thing now. It's starting to affect every aspect of life. It's just like, there's already too much politics. I'm good without it.
Yeah, you might as well just cut it out right now within your own life. You know
Right.
what I mean?
If politics were starting to ebb, I would totally do it. I'd be like, yeah, because why not? But yeah, no, it's like everything's political now. Sports are political. The news is political constantly. Commercials are political. Or the halftime show during the Super Bowl was political at points.
Right.
All the commercials were political. It's just like, enough.
Right. Yeah, you're doing a hell of a good thing with this podcast.
Well, thank you.
Say that. So
I did not plan on launching this with COVID launching because I had no idea that COVID was going to be this big. I just happened to launch it, and like that week I was launching it, they're like, "Okay, we're going on lockdown." I'm like, "Okay. Well, I know how to advertise."
All right.
You need something to do? Want to check out a new podcast?
Nah.
Oh, everybody at home, they have the time to listen.
I swear I've seen M's picture before for some reason. Have you listened?
Where is the picture that you're talking about?
In the chat.
Her Abby in the chat.
Buster.
Right, but the Abby in the chat. Oh, got you. I don't know. Fuck. How the hell?
Hello, Floofy.
Because wasn't she on there before? Oh, no. That was someone else, I think.
I'm not sure.
Like, oh, finally.
I'm being attacked.
You're being attacked?
Being mauled by dogs.
So am I. Buster, now is not the time to play.
Oh, I know who that is.
It's my Chippy. But Oso is the one who climbed up on me and then pulled my earbuds out.
Buster was the one that tried to get me kicked out of work today by knocking my switch down. Almost disconnected me from everything.
Oh, no.
Yeah, DeVern's getting ready to head out. Should be recording my voice for something this whole time.
Go do your schoolwork, DeVern.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? You made me do a homework assignment. You better get it done.
Exactly.
I'm warning you. No, just kidding. I tried to use my dad voice. My dad voice is something kind of terrifying, quite honestly. Got it from my dad. Better a terrifying voice to get results than having to be terrifying in any other way. And I hate that I have to be that way, because I start nicely. All right, kids, it's time to get ready for bed. Kids, come on, time to get ready for bed. Come here, follow me. And it finally ends with, get in bed now! And I hate doing that.
Just fucking yell at him.
Jesus.
And then Laura's like, I actually name dropped my wife there. Holy crap. Anyway, she's usually like, are you actually mad or not? I'm like, no, I'm not mad. I'm tired of them not listening. It's the only time they listen. And I hate that.
Sometimes fucking yell at him. Not that I like yelling at my kids, but
I hate it. But sometimes you have to. It's like, I hate taking my medications in the morning, but God damn it, I have to. I hate that I spend so much time of my life in the bathroom. But you have to. Brushing your teeth, brushing your hair,
sometimes
taking
I gotta
showers.
take one of these motherfucking pills, so
Yeah.
gets me through the night. Gets me to sleep.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be taking my anti-anxiety. I think I'm going to switch it over to bedtime. Because about an hour after I take it, I'm sitting down at my desk trying to work, and I'm like, ah.
What do you take?
It's called Vistaril.
Really?
It's a prescription-strength antihistamine. But antihistamines are really great for anxiety because it's hard to be anxious when you're in a coma.
Right. Yeah, I take them Ativan.
Ativan?
Yeah, usually they do pretty good at keeping me cool, and at night, if I need to, they will put me to sleep that night. But if I take one in the morning, shit. It just keeps the anxiety down. It's not like hardcore like Xanax. You know what I mean?
Well, Advant's basically Xanax Light. I've had them both.
Right. It's not as hardcore.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm trying to look for them right now.
They both actually interact with the same part of your brain that alcohol does. So
Really?
Alcoholics should not be on Xanax or Ativan.
Did I just switch up one drug for the other now, or what?
You might have. But you know what? It has way less health effects. The reason that alcoholics they try to avoid it is because it can make them want to drink more. You know, like if they're under control, then they take a Xanax and they're like, "Oh, this feels good," because it's triggering that spot of the brain.
Right.
Whereas with me, it's visceral, which is basically it's like high powered Benadryl, basically.
It's like Benadryl, because you can't sneeze when you're in a coma.
Yep. Just like you can't be anxious when you're in a coma. But I can say, I've been on Visceral now for about 3 years, and for 3 years I haven't had to deal with allergies at all. Even mosquito,
Really?
Yeah. Even like when I get a mosquito bite, I'm like, oh, a mosquito bit me. Doesn't itch.
Hi, couple.
And I don't even get the big swell anymore. I get like this little red bump and it goes away after like, maybe a day, usually less.
Come on.
Maybe a day. Did I get bit by a mosquito? It's gone in like 5 minutes.
Nice. My kids are highly allergic to mosquitoes. Like my oldest, he got bit on the forearm once, and he was like 6 years old at the time, and his arm looked like Popeye the next day.
Ugh.
Highly allergic, and both kids are. Like, they get bit by a mosquito, and it's not just a welt that they get. Things like the whole limb starts to swell up. It's bad.
What is with you dogs taking off with my earbuds? I guess I need the wireless things or whatever, the AirPods, but
at this point, we've been on for 2 hours. Think that we've had some fun. Think we learned some stuff from you. Not a lot about the mental health side of things, but
right.
We talked a little bit about the anger
on something else. Sure.
Yeah, but that happens from time to time.
It happens when you have conversationalists that don't prep.
Well, we were like up to 15 minutes too, and we were trying to figure it out. We couldn't even fucking hear what you were saying. So
yeah, I actually got a sample of what I was doing, and I mean, like the cutting out was. I was like,
yes,
Jesus,
yeah,
it was horrendous.
Yeah, I heard that. Next time, I got Skype now, so next time we'll know.
Yes, definitely, and we'll plan ahead and really dive into something.
Yes.
Yeah, we better do something else for the folks on here.
Yeah, I'm trying.
That actually has to do with
even if you just talk about your anxiety and stuff like that. I mean,
God knows I could talk about that.
More on here this next time for sure. It is am I mental? So
yep. And another friend of mine they messaged me earlier about the textual harassment. I didn't even know they were listening either. Yeah, definitely have enjoyed having you on here.
Definitely.
Once I'm out of Facebook jail, we should follow each other because we're going to probably spend more time in Facebook jail than out this year. just thinking that's probably how it's going to be.
Well, anytime I get something fucking awesome, I'll send it to you. We'll both get into jail together.
That sounds like that. I'm trying to actually stay out. I was actually supposed to set up another account so that way I could admin the Am I Mental page from a separate account. I just never got around to it, and then I got thrown in jail and they won't tell me why. Like when I look at the history, it's all you have 22 days left, and it's all from a post from February 12th. I'm like, we dealt with that. You said you were wrong, and you gave me back my privileges. Why are you punishing me now?
They changed their mind.
Yep. Yeah. M just said, yes, same. I just got nailed for something I posted 4 years ago. Yeah, my dad one of the most milquetoast posters on Facebook. Like, he barely ever touches anything ever of anything like political, all that. He uses it for what it was originally intended for, staying in touch with friends and family, sharing jokes and family photos and stuff like that. You know, which is great. And they nailed him for something from years ago.
Really?
Then I get my Facebook memories. I'm looking at some of the stuff I posted like 10, 11 years ago. I'm like, shit, it's only a matter of time before I go to jail for that.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, Nightmare, thank you for coming on. Em, thank you for joining us. And everybody else that's listening, thank you for joining us. For the listeners out there who are listening live yet are not in chat, why? Just why?
Get yourself a free account on Spreaker. Join in the chat. Have some fun with us. It's not always all serious. Oftentimes the chat runs away with itself.
Like it does almost all the time nowadays.
You know, if you're out there and, you know, you want to give us a helping hand, be sure to like the video.
Or the podcast.
Like the episodes. Like the podcast.
Follow us.
Share.
Yeah, I forgot I was going to donate some money to you guys.
There you go. mimental.net/donate. Number of different ways you can donate to us. Also, if you want to buy some products,
Right.
we have a Teespring store. You can buy some shirts. We have stickers. We have masks, even though masks are starting to go away now. You'd be surprised as how blue California is.
Face diapers.
It is hard to find people wearing masks anymore in California, which is just kind of weird. Because, like, you'd think that California would be the last. But we also like
He
tote
said
bag
face
stickers.
diapers, and all I can think is Skim Baby filter.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty much.
You were around for that.
Oh.
Yeah, Bex, send me that link. God damn.
I will do that.
Send me that link.
I will do that.
All right, thank you. All right, y'all. I better get to bed, or at least somewhat soon here. I gotta be up at 4:45.
Ooh.
Yes. Go take your butt to bed.
I know someone else in the chat's got to be up early too. So
Yeah. Unfortunately, we do have 3 hours of difference between the coasts. Well, 4, I guess, technically speaking, because we have 4 time zones. It sucks.
right.
It does.
And then and then if you go up to Canada, you add in even more time zones. Oh, and don't forget there's Alaska and Hawaii too. So yeah, there's time zones all over the place. But out of curiosity, what really? That episode didn't do well. Our last episode didn't do as good as I was hoping. Oh well. I was going to see about our geolocations. Did we pick up any place new or lose any place over the last 30 days or the last week? No. UK still up there at 7. New Zealand still holding rock steady at number 2 for most listens, with Auckland, New Zealand still holding number 1 for the city with the most listens.
Come on, Auckland, New Zealand, get in the chat.
Get in the chat.
Motherfuckers, say something.
Email me. e@amimental.net. Let's get you on. Let's talk. If you don't want to talk, that's fine. Join the chat. But yeah,
Exactly.
It is United States, New Zealand, United Kingdom, India, Canada, Norway, Ireland, Sweden, Russian Federation, Germany, other. So Sweden, Russian Federation, Germany, and other are all tied at 0.56%. But yeah, the UK is at 7.8% of our listenership. Canada jumped up to 2.25%. But Auckland, New Zealand, 14.5%. Y'all are listening to this podcast a lot. Thank you.
We like that.
Like it a lot.
Hell yeah. All right, shit. I'm out. I gotta get out of here. I gotta take a shower.
All right. Yeah, I got to do that too. And I got to get the kids to bed.
Like 10 o'clock here.
Oof.
Yep. Same here.
All right.
Yeah. Just so y'all know, I fucking love you a lot.
Love you too, man.
Don't
Love having
stop.
you in the
Love you
chat.
too.
Anything too crazy. Be safe out there.
Most definitely. Everybody be safe. And also,
All right.
with things changing, if you're feeling suicidal, reach out to the suicide hotline. There's also a text number that you can text if you don't want to talk to someone. There's always someone out there willing to listen and help. Even me, e@mimental.net. I'm not a trained professional, but if you just need someone to talk to, I'll talk. It's cool.
You can find me on Twitter @BexyWillRise. I'll talk to you if you need someone to talk to.
Definitely. I'd talk on Facebook, but
Jailed.
Well, that's out of the question.
I'd talk on Twitter too, but
That's out of the question.
Don't get me started on that.
Anyway, until next week, I'm E.
And I'm Bexy.
We'll see you later.
I'm sad.
He gave his name!
He name dropped himself.
Well,
I
ain't
didn't
no
think
last
he'd
name
care.
there.